All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are talking about the 10-2 Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins no longer a part of Minnesota. Sam Darnold led Minnesota Vikings. And the reason I'm saying that is because, it was obviously an ugly victory against a playoff caliber team, the Arizona Cardinals. But Minnesota has now won 5 straight football games, and they are 10-2 in a season where almost every single person out there, NFL fan, NFL media, NFL writer, you get the gist, you get the idea. Every single person pretty much had this Vikings team at 6 wins. If you were feeling ballsy, maybe you said 7 wins. Maybe this Vikings team can get to 7. JJ got injured. JJ was done. We were wondering if he was even going to start, the rookie first-round draft pick. And Sam Darnold comes in as the bridge quarterback. And then, unfortunately, JJ goes down with that season-ending injury in the end of preseason. And it's like, all right, you know what? If Darnold really is that good, if he's good in the system, if he works in this Minnesota Vikings system, the Vikings can probably win 7 football games. And the Vikings are 10-2. Improves to 7-1 this season in 1-score games. So some of these are ugly wins, and I would definitely put today's game under that category. But look around the National Football League, nobody really cares. The Minnesota Vikings are a game behind the NFC leaders in the Detroit Lions with a Week 18 matchup on the road. But there's 5 games left in the season. Even if Minnesota goes 3-2, even if they go 2-3, because it is a little bit of a difficult schedule, you're looking at a double-digit win season already. They're 10-2. This is awesome. So, folks, before we get any further into today's video, hit that like button. It's 9:30. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Also, real quick, I do have a Vikings channel. I haven't posted on it in like 2 weeks. I apologize. We're definitely going to be ramping that up. But guys, if we could try and get this video to 250 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. Justin Jefferson made history. He crossed the 1,000-yard receiving yard note for the 5th time in 5 seasons. He's one of 4 receivers to have 1,000 receiving yards in his first 5 seasons. He joined AJ Green, Mike Evans, and Randy Moss. But this game was so weird. It was just so weird. And Aaron Jones, my former running back, he really suffered again. He had a goal line fumble against Chicago on the road 2 weeks ago, or now just only 1 week ago. He had a fumble on, I think it was the first possession of the game. Thankfully, the Minnesota Vikings recovered it, but then a couple of drives later, he loses a fumble, puts Arizona into field goal range, and ultimately they only got a field goal. The defense played out of their minds, but the offense got clicking when they needed to click. The score was literally 9-6 at halftime. It was so weird. But towards the end of that third quarter, Sam Darnold and this Minnesota Vikings team did what needed to be done offensively and especially defensively to even put this team in a position to win this football game. But just for some examples, Arizona outpossessed Minnesota 36-24. The Vikings went 1-8 on 3rd down. They had only 273 yards of total offense compared to 406 for Arizona. Also keep in mind, though, there was absolutely no run game whatsoever. And they had 2 huge interceptions on Kyler Murray. One of them was from Shaq Griffin to win the game. Shaq Griffin. Darnold, 21-31, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. And like I'm saying, if you watch this game, the first half was so weird. It just was a really weird game. Minnesota in the first half in general really didn't have the football. If they did, a couple of times they went down, got in field goal position, had to settle for the field goal. Sam Darnold got sacked 5 times, if that gives you an illustration. He was kind of running for his life a lot of the time, and a lot of the time also 4 carries for 22 yards, but he was tied for the leading rusher for Minnesota. Aaron Jones only 5 carries, 22 yards because he got benched to Cam Akers and Todd Chandler. Cam Akers also had 22 yards on 4 attempts, but he had a huge 18-yard first down. And of course, we have to mention, even though Aaron Jones had 2 more fumbles, one of them was lost, felt like it, kind of was going to be the nail in the coffin there, or just kind of felt like that was how the game was going to go. And I'm a Packers fan. Aaron Jones has been, a lifelong Packer. I don't remember him ever having fumble issues. Just seemed like, now maybe it's a little bit in his head. Game-winning touchdown from Sam Darnold with 1 minute to go. He looked very happy, very appreciative for his teammates and for the man upstairs. But Justin Jefferson also had a huge game. He wasn't even targeted until pretty much towards the end of the first half. Once again, just kind of an illustration of how sloppy this game was offensively for Minnesota. 7 catches, 99 yards. Jordan Addison had a big game, 4 catches, 54 yards. TJ Hawkinson with a quiet game, 3 catches, 28. Munt had a nice touchdown. Naylor had a beautiful 18-yard catch from Sam Darnold that pretty much got it in motion offensively for this Vikings team. And then, like we said, Aaron Jones with the game-winning go-ahead touchdown pass, touchdown catch from Sam Darnold. Shaq Griffin, Byron Murphy, 2 interceptions each. I believe the Arizona Cardinals, let me just fact check it, they were 1 of 6 in the red zone. They were 1 of 6 in the red zone. It was unbelievable because a lot of it, kind of dink and dunk. I don't really think Kyler Murray had a phenomenal game, but it's very difficult to take him down. They got sacked a bunch, a week ago, but that's very uncharacteristic of Kyler. He's very fast, very mobile, very agile. He's also very smaller quarterback kind of prototype. He had 7 carries for 48 yards. But, Kyler went 31 of 45, 260, 1 touchdown, those 2 interceptions that we mentioned. I felt like most of it was just kind of managing the game, not doing anything too crazy, a little dink and dunk to Trey McBride, especially. Did have a nice touchdown throw to Marvin Harrison. But, for the most part, this defense was very stout. And Arizona had, just a little under a minute, maybe a minute and a couple of seconds left to drive down the field, down only 1 point, to win the football game. And this defense really stepped up, specifically the game-winning interception from Griffin, but specifically Jonathan Grenard with another strip sack fumble. And unfortunately, they didn't ultimately recover. The Cardinals recovered, but they did not sack Kyler more than that one time. Even though there was some pressure, he was usually able to get out of it. The defense did a really good job. You held a team that is very good in the red zone 1 of 6. So the defense gets the tip of the cap from everybody here, and it's a big reason why you have to take this Vikings team seriously. This defense, Blake Cashman, since he's been back, he has been an absolute beast. Bynum's a stud. Metellus is a stud. Harrison Smith got banged up, but he's all reliable there in the safety department. Pat Jones had a good game. Van Ginkel had a good game. Redmond had a phenomenal couple of series. He finished the game with 4 total tackles. Stephon Gilmore did get banged up with a hamstring injury. We'll keep you guys updated, or they'll keep you updated as the week goes on, and we'll deal with that if we have to. But you have to take this team seriously. They're winning close games. They have a really good defense. They have a capable offense loaded with weapons. They've got a great coach, offensive coach, defensive coach, and Brian Flores, you name it, KOC, one of the best in the business, probably the most under-recognized head coaches offensively, especially in the National Football League. Your final 5 games: at home against Atlanta, at home against Chicago, on the road against Seattle, at home against my Packers, and on the road against Detroit. Week 18 could very well come down for the NFC North division, or it could also come down to the number 1 seed. And I will just say, even if you don't believe in the Vikings winning the Super Bowl, if Minnesota gets the 1 seed, then you definitely got to start, letting your brain just be okay with miracles. All right. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Check out that Vikings video down below in the comment section. But guys, give me your thoughts on this victory from this afternoon. Thank you for watching. Peace.